I made a video on the potential redemption arc for Transformer Surplus Balance patch, and it doesn't seem to exactly be the case, especially with Ruination. So let me show you what I mean, right? This is my score on day 2. That's how much I care about this event. So let's take, like a single bot, right? Because people, developers clearly don't understand this because they generally do not play the game the same way we do, if at all. But okay, let me show you. So before you could, use a drop a bot and maybe do some damage with it, right? But basically your combiner would pretty much do the rest. That's how we level up bots. That's how leveling bots works in this game. Why developers designed it that way? So I don't know what's the issue here, but okay, so let's go with Ruination. Again, fully maxed out 5-star combiner that costs upwards of 50 to 75,000 5-star shards to really complete, because it's a huge RNG. You also need extra 2,500 5-star shards to actually rank him up. Fully maxed out, huge investment, all Titan perks, everything. So let's see how he actually performs in zone 15. Okay, now his decoys were nerfed in a sense that they no longer are able to target HQ. So let me show you exactly what I mean. You see, I popped them at HQ. They refuse to attack it. They're actually wall humping it. Okay, they're not doing anything. They're just walking there. They're bugged beyond belief. They suck. Unfortunately, they're bugged. Okay, now they're actually able to move. That now the Ruination destroyed it. This is terrible. Okay. But let me keep going. Okay, they were promising some fixes to Ruination, but this is just not good. Okay, so let me show you the damage that they do. Okay, so here's Twin Twist. He attacks about every 8 seconds. Okay. Oh wait, let's see. He attacked at 59. Okay, now attacks at 55. And then at 51. So oh my god, so he attacks every 4 to 5 seconds and he does only take 172 damage per hit. Oh my god, that's terrible. They said that decoys would be buffed, not heavily nerfed. Let me show you what I mean, because they are absolutely heavily nerfed. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Again, this is something that we paid a lot of 5-star shards for, and this is extremely disappointing after all those big promises about fixing it and quote unquote buffing him. They actually nuke him even further. So you are supposed to summon decoys that have 30% of your health and DPS. They said that they would have 40%, so that's not even the case. They still have 30, or well, they don't. They have less. The tooltip says 30, but in this game tooltips are not tied to what's actually in the code. So tooltip says 30, but what's in the code is not 30. So let me show you an on-screen calculation about the realistic DPS that you can actually get from it. Okay, here we have calculations done by ChatGPT. So Ruination has 930 DPS, as you could have seen from the screen. It goes even further up because of Titan perks. Titan perks up health and DPS even further. They also up abilities even further. But okay, let's go with base stats. Okay, he spawns 3 decoys, right? And each is supposed to have 30% of his HP and DPS. It is meant to be 40, but again, tooltip says 30. So I will go with what's in the game and not what was promised. Yeah, so each decoy attacks about every 4 to 5 seconds, as we could have seen from my video, and each deals about 372 damage per hit. That looks like much, yes, that's much less than 30% of DPS. So here are calculations. Expected DPS per decoy should have been 279. Basically, how the DPS is damage per second, okay? Not damage per hit, damage per second. So if he hits every 4 to 5 okay, we'll calculate it with ChatGPT. I will show you exactly what's but let's see what's actually the case. Actual decoy DPS in case they attack every 4 seconds. Again, it was a bit hard for me to pinpoint, but you could have seen it, between 4 and 5 seconds. So yeah, that's DPS, and if they attack once every 4 seconds for 372 damage. That is 93 DPS. That is significantly lower than what it was supposed to be, 279. That's pretty much 3 times as little, okay? And in case if it's 5 seconds per attack, it's 74 DPS only. That's 2-star bot stats, okay? That's 2-star bots, you know, and that's we spend so many 5-star shards for that. What's going on? Okay, so let's ask, based on this, how much damage should they be doing per hit if it were actual 30%? Okay, it should be a lot more. So yeah, in case if they attack every 4 seconds, it should be 1116 per hit, okay? And in case they attack every 5 seconds, it should be 1395 per hit, okay? Damage per hit and damage per second are not the same. They are entirely different and are not meant to be the same in any way, shape or form. So I just want to get this out of the way because people can, I guess, be confused about such things. So let's go again. Okay, let's try. You know, let's put in a different bot. Okay, let's try zone 15 again. Okay, maybe you know there's an issue, right? Maybe there's a mistake. You know, let's try. Okay, so that we are not making any confirmation biases. Okay, let's get as much data as possible. At least while I have fuel cells. Even though it seems like I will not be using them as much with Ruination anymore, I guess, because this is extremely unfortunate. Okay, let's cast ability. The 2-star cast range has been increased, but the impact radius of the ability is still very little. Okay, let's drop decoys too, because you don't really have to save them for HQ anymore, because they cannot attack HQ anymore. Okay, this is HQ 16, I believe, base. Okay, looks pretty unspectacular, so let's do as much AoE down here as possible and kind of hope the decoys will clean up the top. Okay, unfortunately Combiner was popped, but okay, it's a reality of zone 15. Okay, so again, let's check the decoys. Yeah, they barely attack, and when they do, they hit like a pillow. Okay, they do 2-star damage. Okay, 2-star level 40 damage. Okay, Gnosh, the Sharkticon battle boost damage. Okay, that actually succeeded, you know, unbelievable. Nation actually succeeded in taking out a zone 15. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's try one more bot. This time it's HQ 18. Okay, so zones even more vac. Okay, it's HQ 18 with the shield and with the combiner beacon. For those unaware, HQ 18 is about 5 to 6 times harder than HQ 16 in terms of health. It's not the base. The base, you know, can suck entirely, right? It's just the HQ is so damn bulky and just refuses to die. Yeah, zone starts completely whack. Honestly, at times like this, I question myself, what am I even doing with this game anymore? But you know, I'm trying to be optimistic. But okay, let's see what he does with zone 15. Okay, is he actually gonna be able to destroy HQ or not? Okay, let's use no. So Ruination maxed out 5-star, extremely expensive to get. After all the heavy nerfs, he is not able to even solo zone 15 anymore. That's astoundingly terrible. It's unfortunate in every single way, shape or form, and I'm trying to path to HQ to be able to damage it. A little camera got closer, so I can actually get some points out of this. Okay. This is a level 65 bot that I'm using to help. Again, before, if you watched any of my videos, Ruination was again going even into the prime zone. This is zone 15. This is a joke compared to prime zone. This is nothing, and he sucks so much for it. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm trying again not to be negative, and but I do have to express my displeasure with this decision to do. Again, this is 5-star Ruination, fully maxed out, level 25, right? Fully juiced to the gills. Here are the stats. He sucks, okay? Again, I have all Titan perks except the ones for gunner range because I find them very comfortable to use. But again, let me show you, okay? The Titan tech tree, okay? Titan perks, the increase DPS of your... no, actually, no, that's wrong one, it's under the attack. Yeah, combiner attack, increase combiner DPS by 25%. Okay, so the combiner DPS is even 25% more than what's displayed, okay? So it's over 1k. These guys, again, they do, those decoys do pillow damage. The 2-star level 40 Sharkticon battle boost the air damage, okay? I'm not sure what was the idea behind it. Again, I'm making a video because I posted it first on Discord, thinking they would at least acknowledge it, okay? At least acknowledge it, say, okay, it's an issue we need to work on. No, it was ignored in both situations. And so yeah, I have to make a video sharing it. Stay away from Ruination and God Neptune as much as you can. I guess they just don't want you to, you know, have fun anymore at this point. Again, I'm not really gonna play all that much anymore because Ruination was convenient for events. It was fast to clear them, and busy people like me, people that could, you know, spend money on the game. You know, I'm busy because I'm making money, right? So that I can actually spend it on the game. I'm not gonna spend anymore. I have some Cybercoin skin that I'm gonna keep, but I'm not absolutely gonna spend money and not even gonna do this if this is so inconsiderate for time for players. That it just doesn't work. Okay, that's what happens when developers do not play their game enough, you know, or at all in this case. So yeah, this is very unfortunate. And again, I made a video. I was pretty ecstatic, you know, potential redemption arc for the balance patch, you know, maybe something will happen, but guess no, maybe I spoke too early, you know, so this feels like an additional step of disappointment. Okay, I wouldn't even be making this video if they just at least acknowledged that mistake happened, but no, instead they were promising buffs to Ruination. Instead he got nuked even harder. He sucked before, now he sucks big time, okay? In top of everything that they've done, they also, again, they removed decoys cannot attack HQ anymore, not elimination mode, nothing. It's nothing, again, not even in events. And when they do decoys, again, they hit like level 2, they hit like the Sharkticon battle boost. I'm gonna show you, not even the Mark 3, like the Mark 2 one, right? Okay, I don't have it, I guess. Okay, it's Mark 3, I guess. I don't have Mark 2, maybe. Yeah, pretty much, you know, star level 40, right? That's pretty much the power of the decoys at this point. Except health. They have a lot of health, but their DPS sucks. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, I want to apologize if I may come across as too negative. But again, things like this, you know, just, again, why am I even playing this at this point? Like I said in the previous video, I've been enjoying other games a lot lately. That's why I wasn't even uploading much, because it's just not fun. This is not fun. This will not make me spend money. It will make me not play the game at all. Again, the problem when players' time is not respected, when players' needs are not respected, when anything about the player is not respected. Game is made for the players, okay? What they need to acknowledge, game isn't made for whatever reason they want. It's made for the players, because ultimately it's us that keep their lights on, okay? If we do not play, the game is gonna shut down, okay? Games shut down when their players dropped, okay? Not when they lost players, you know, in some cases, in extreme cases, but games shut down because simply the player base was not big enough, the revenue was not coming in to the point that you could, the game was profitable, so they had to be shut down. That happened numerous times, and Transformers Atlas has a very teeny tiny player base to begin with. They are playing with fire, okay? This, again, terrible idea, do not know what they are doing with this. But yeah, I want to end this video on that note. So thank you for watching, and again I want to apologize if I came across negative, but I had to say what has to be said. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.